Getting distracted by a girl. All right. Well, getting distracted by a girl and wanting to study for the medical exam and the entrance exam and all that crap, right? And it's like, how do I like focus and not get distracted by the girl? And it's like, well, maybe some answers to the question are like, is it possible to do both? Is it possible to study at the same time and actually like fall in love? Because basically that's the skill that's kind of required to be a human, right? But you kind of need to like balance shit. You kind of need to be able to schedule shit and actually like work and have fun at like reasonable levels. This is Kramer from, what's it? Fucking, I can't remember, but I'm Kramer right now, right? So maybe the first point is like, can you actually like do it like naturally? Where am I from? South Australia. Can you do it? Can you like pursue the girl and study at the same time? Because that's an important skill to have. Actually, side note, which is kind of important, my girlfriend, who is from a culture that you have to basically study your ass off until you finish uni. We were chatting about this yesterday, and I was saying to her, like, you know, in your culture that they say like, don't get distracted by boys or girls until like you finish school and uni or whatever. And like it's like very strict apparently, where it's like you can't chat with people like of the opposite gender until you've like finished all your studies. And I'm like, I can see how that could be reasonable to think about in the sense of like, you know, girls and boys can be a distraction, right? And that like study is paramount because you need money and get a job, right? But then at the same time, here's a reasonable, I think, counter argument, which is that social skills and relationship skills need to be developed, and you can only develop them by being in a relationship, right? So, you know, one argument is, yeah, we probably shouldn't have people focusing on like relationships as a teenager, because, you know, they need to be focusing on study. But then at the same time, if we deprive people of relationship development skills up until the age of 22, 23, then holy crap, you know, they've got a whole another 10 years of life to learn, which they could have learned when they were in their late adolescence, early 20s. So like, I think this is an extremely reasonable counter argument to the whole people should only get into relations, like forget about boys, forget about girls, just study, and then figure it out later. It's like, well, that deprives people of social skills development. And then what can happen is people, as they get older, they get more controlling, right? So what if you haven't developed social skills and you're controlling? That's a recipe for disaster, mate. Whereas if you're a teenager and you learn how to be cooperative and easygoing and compromising at a young age, then it's easy to do it when you're older, right? So, you know, I think that once you reach the age of 17, 18, it should just both girls, boys or whatever, and study at the same time. Like, I would say like do both, because you need the skills. You know, academia is one thing, relationship skills are another. You can't get academia out of relationship, and you can't get a relationship out of academia unless you love academia so much that you have a relationship with the books. So that's my answer to the question.